Facebook, YouTube. What's up? It's
Oh,
Rev Rad, CEO, Beyond Bars Music Group. With my man Yami Sora.
you can't even
This
see
the
these glasses. I'm about to take these bugs off.
or get the you can see the reflection, but we uh we tested our podcast,
Can always do that.
talking pros with cons.
Damn, this mug's super lightly. You can see all my background coming through. I gotta figure that out.
Yeah, you ain't got no green screen. You can see it in mine too. Without a green screen, but if you just go to the settings, then go into the virtual background, it just hits you a little blur in the back. Get you a little bokeh effect, and you know what I'm saying. That's all you need. That right there, bam, you popping. But I'm on a 12 megapixel camera. I don't know why it looked like that. It
Trampoline right behind me for the kids.
looked fuzzy.
Word.
But yeah, I don't know why it looked like that. Oh, it's that autofocus game. Anyway, I'd like to welcome all y'all to the Beyond Bars Music Group studio, aka the living room. We here shooting, testing, trying out, working it out, trying to figure it out.
Hey,
Uh,
keep my glasses on.
I got my other mic. I'm gonna have to put it back on the boom because it's kind of, it's not that big. That's what she said. Anyway, I gave her all I got and got all I gave her. But anyway, I might have to hold my microphone. It's cool. You hear that? Huh?
Pokemon reference.
Oh yeah, but yeah, man. This is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna have to get a time set up
Oh yeah.
to where we you know, always on air. One thing I like about this dynamic mic, everybody probably looking like, why you got the microphone in his mouth? Is weird. You have to put it pretty much on your mouth to hear it. Because if I talk back here, you can hear everything else. When I bring it and put it on my mouth, see how it changes? That's that's how they're made. Like literally the carteroid or whatever's on top. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here for a second, man. I even got my intro. Let me see if I can throw my intro on there. Let me see if I can do it. No, I can't do it. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is the Real Reels with Rev Rad. I'm your host. I'm your friend. Your homie. I hope I can be of some help. But here on the Real Reels, we're gonna talk, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it fresh, we're gonna keep it politically correct. Talk about stuff that hurt, talk about stuff that helps. But the main thing is we're gonna talk. There that is. See, I gotta somehow figure out how to bring it in to where that's the intro and then it fades back into us. We can do the transitions.
Where's the push the talk button at?
And maybe it's just for me then. Do you see like a little microphone, like a little walkie talkie on
No,
your, you don't see, well, it's just for me then.
it's just I can only mute my mic.
No, on your screen. Can you see down at the bottom where it says your scenes? Can you see where I'm in the box and you're in the box at the bottom?
Yeah.
Do you see like a comment icon and then like a little walkie talkie icon thing at the bottom?
No, I just got the microphone itself, which
At
y'all
the
muted and unmuted.
Oh really? Your screen
Yeah.
don't look like mine did. Can you see these comments? This comment should come to you. Wait a minute.
I'm in the comments tab right now.
You get it?
I don't think so. No.
You should. It should be like should be an area next to where your dynamic scene stuff is, where it says layers, music, comments, and banners.
No, I just have comments and private chat for me and you.
Yeah, you don't see the private chat.
Yeah, I see the private chat.
Yeah, you can you read what? Oh, you read what I sent you.
Yeah. But comments, that's like actual comments, ain't it?
Yeah, I can't believe down at the bottom. Does it show me in a box?
Yeah. And me as well.
Okay, and on the right of you, there's not like a comment icon and a little icon at the bottom says push to talk.
No. I have my microphone and I could just tap that and it'll mute it. It's all I'm weak.
But see, now I'm talking normal and everybody can hear that.
Right.
See, that's this is this little shits that I seen while I wanted this EV Mux, and this is for
Right.
free.
It makes it more fluent to work with everybody else in the group
Yep.
streaming.
Shoot, we live, bro.
Heck yeah, we in there, we jumping.
Yeah, it's on. Look, Connor,
Huh?
you on Facebook? Go to my Facebook. You on there?
Let me see.
That's there's people on here now.
Well, oh, we got
Yeah.
this.
Why am my YouTube comments popping up?
Shout out Big Tim.
Live, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's on. Look. Wait, man, tell me when it started. It should already started. You on Facebook?
What you looking
Go to
at?
my Facebook. You on there?
Comments will appear once the broadcast starts. Wow.
There's people on here now. I can't get my comments on my thing. I don't even know why. That's oh, it's coming to my.
Shout out Big Tim.
That's
Hold on.
showing my YouTube.
I wonder if the comments will sync with like whatever streaming platform it's on or not.
See, that's why you got to answer on Facebook. I'm gonna have to turn it down. I don't know how. I don't know why it's not popping up on. It's not showing.
Uh,
It's not showing Facebook.
Bishop Shelton said he can't hear you now.
You can't hear me.
Yeah. No, I
I
can
don't
hear-
know how. I don't know why it's not popping up on. I can hear me.
yeah, I can too. That's weird.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. It's not showing. Oh, okay, cool,
Be good.
cool. All right, but Pete, we mess around for everybody that's watching. Want y'all know this is a live trial test broadcast, so y'all can bear with me with us.
You
But
see it?
there's some other stuff on here. Where'd it go? Oh man,
And I got to learn how to use this too for sure. Which is actually pretty easy looking at it.
where'd my thing go? I can't. Here it is.
That actually might work for the glasses. Are you able to just look that up, or you gotta type that in or something?
Well, no, I had to.
Or add it later?
Yeah, what now? Why is it doing this, man? Hold on. Oh, okay. I gotta go back to dynamic scene.
I can't keep my. I'm about to just take my glasses off. They keep sliding down. I don't know if I'm sweaty or what.
Why does it keep doing that?
I don't think I watched John Wick 4 yet. The other three, yeah. I don't remember
Why?
them.
I don't know
What are you
why
trying?
this is. I'm trying to add a. Trying to add this, man.
What you trying to add or do?
Hold on. Why? I'm trying to add the Bible on here, but it's not doing it.
Really? I definitely gotta get a green screen. This stuff is. Like I got some or.
Hold on a second, man. See, this is a new layer. Hold on. Let me figure this out. I'm trying to figure this out, y'all. Connor do got a nice little background, don't he? Um, I'm trying to I'm trying to add a scene. Man, how do I do this? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to add. Okay, why does it keep coming back to this and not giving my doggone screen that I need? Man,
I was over there trying to read it. I had my glasses on. I couldn't even see.
I'm trying to. What's the name? I had it earlier, man. When we remember how we had it earlier.
When just side by side.
Yeah, I had it where I had everybody. I might have to move it around.
I think it's in the scene setup because I seen that too. Try
See,
going to settings.
turn the banners off.
Ooh, I need a haircut bad.
All right, I'm getting to it, man. I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, this is a little better. Not not exactly what I wanted, but
I just seen your comment, Tim. I'm weak. Right? Yeah, all the vibes back there.
see, this is what I wanted to do. How I can switch the Bible verses and stuff. See, but it won't put it in a dynamic scene.
Oh, like actually a part of. Okay, I see what you're saying. Like that.
Yeah, I need to somehow get us to where we're. I like to get it to where it's more aesthetic looking, better.
50-50.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why this it can do it. I just don't know how. Of course, because we're trying everything, y'all. But see, this is part of our. This is going to be part of our setup. Is we're going to have our Bible verses right here. When we talk, you know what I'm saying. Connor to be able to run stuff in the back. Um, it's set up to where the Bible's right here, and I can jump in and go to a verse of the Bible and bring it up real fast. and it won't be us flipping through pages like Philippians.
Mm-hmm.
We can go through all of it. You know,
That's guys.
Philippians 4:13. Everybody know that one, right?
I don't.
You should know
Okay.
that one.
I never knew the actual scripture.
Yep. Write it on your heart. Write it in your mind.
Yes, sir. Because it's the truth. It's
And then
big
I
truth.
could just sit here and then hit next. You know. See, when I hit next, it goes straight to the next verse, and then we can just talk about the verse. You know,
I feel
there's a
that.
lot of stuff we can do. We can have background music playing while we can play
Yeah,
with the levels.
that.
Uh, it definitely ain't working.
That last
Let's
one,
see.
smooth little piano game.
This you can even mess with the volume on it and stuff, man. You can loop it. Yeah, we live, y'all. It's how we coming on. We're gonna enjoy the day. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna get a better understanding of stuff. See, I can turn it down where it's not too loud, not too overpowering, just enough that you can hear that. You can hear me, and I can put extra music in there, you know. Oh, here mine. Let me add this to the list. Yeah. We got this. This is what we're gonna come on with. Wait a minute. What, bro? What happened to it, man? See, I'll find it. Give me a second. Why ain't they up here now, man? That's not right. Hold up. Let me see. Let me see. See, sometimes you can sit on the doggone computer and let it ride.
Fact.
I need to find where's my. I'm looking for something, man. Hold on, I'm trying to find something real quick.
Or a different verse or something for the
I'm
scene.
trying to look for I'm trying to look for some music, man.
Put on some sample stuff. Some basic. Sure. We could do a Q&A for real for the chat.
I'm trying to figure this music out. Like I got it, and then it's like it shows that it's checked, but it ain't playing it.
Oh, word.
There it is. Yeah. Huh? We live, y'all. It's a beat I made. It's called I Am I-75 North. Because that's what we are, I-75 North.
Well, I
You know
said,
what I'm saying? Yeah. There it is. Even louder, added to the scene. Yeah. This is what you do when you get on the mic. Then you get through, then you pass it to the right, to the left before you get put in the back of the Cadillac, but Cadillac converter, so your car don't sound like it's burning rubber. When you're going down the street, you better tell your lover, because when you leave here with me, you might not ever see her again. What? We ain't living the life of sin. We're trying to live righteous, trying to live like all night lights, everybody illuminated, 5,000 kilolumens. Scales, that's a light, the lumens, the bright, yeah. Do it right, all night spit, real tight, off the dome, no home. That's what they said he had. He laid down in the grass at night, but all day his holiness was right on top, all day and all night. Everybody gotta come off the top of the head. If not, then your spirit is going to be dead. Everything that you read, make sure you read it twice, but so it sounds nice. On the microphone is the old man. Everybody want to say, I can't, but I can. Yeah, look at me. 135 in, still got 15 to go, but I'm gonna keep going till I flow, till the beat stop. I don't know when to stop. Go, flow. Keep going, keep showing. I'm gonna pop. Make the tape stop, go back, edit it, punch in, then it, get credited with all types of.
nah, that'd be hard as heck though.
Yeah, man, I made that. I did that. How do I get this off of here?
Is it loot? You got any contracts in it?
Nah, it's a loop. It's just a couple bars.
Uh,
It's only a couple. It's a little something. This is one of my favorites, though. Is that really loud? Yeah, see, this is a good intro. I made this and just like, this is so smooth and
for the guys.
it's inviting. But yeah. So um Tim, what you up to, man? What you making today? Was you making any music or you just at home chilling in the storm?
Yeah, just going down there yet? Wonder.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here, man. You know what I'm saying? Connor, you gonna tell Tim what happened to you today?
What happened to him?
Got a whole studio.
Yeah, we on that logic. Hell yeah. Shout out Tim giving us a game.
Man. Tim, you buy your check your email, bro. Sit on here for a few more minutes. Click the link, bro.
Whew.
Connor, you got somebody you can email the link to?
Email a link to join the podcast.
Somebody send me an email, man. I send you a link. You can come in and holler.
Sam said, hell yeah. What time just at home chilling for real? I mean, facts, facts. Yeah, we in there now. Can send out stems now.
Yeah, I just figured out how to. I can download music and stuff too.
I mean, mixing streak. Yeah, seven. I'll be trying to spend that bread.
I can upload new. Oh, I can upload a bunch of my songs. I like this song right here. It's about to come up. Came on dope, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That's all right. I don't know about the vocals, but it's a good starter.
A little different. I don't even know what kind of music it is, but
Look at what I got, Katie from Speedway.
big ass. You trying to do the one thing,
It's a,
bro, babies.
this motherfucker. I never tried the
Oh, you
but
ain't never drank that one?
nah,
Them good. You
really.
chug that, man. She gonna be stupid,
Nah, she got some other drink. She ain't touching this. I'm about to try it. Why I want to shake it up like it's juice? It look like it.
bro. That I cracked it open. You got to drink it now. Oh, you
Bro,
got to drink it now, nigga.
with the pour and everything. Hold on, let me grab a cut. I'm gonna try it.
Tim, man, hit the link, man. Join up, bro. Me, let me. What's the name?
You told Tim what?
I told Tim to join the live.
Hey, facts.
You know what I'm saying? We out here chilling on the beach and shit.
I had my drinking cup in the freezer, but I don't know what the fuck happened to it. Hold up. Just can't get it. Hey, I was cooking earlier.
It's over now, huh?
Fact. This what I got. Okay.
Man, look at that shit. Nigga, you peeing?
No, that's not a cut.
About to say you better wipe that motherfucking toilet, nigga. You just pissed everywhere.
Wait, it sound like everywhere.
Yeah, you been clean that up, bruh. The fuck? Clean that up. And my nigga Will Miller said, pack him up.
Weak.
I like that nigga though. You know what I'm talking about? Will Miller,
Uh-uh.
the nigga from Brooklyn. He a comedian on Facebook. Nasty work.
Uh-huh.
He got a big beard and he bald headed. Got a real deep voice.
Tall, light skinned dude?
No, he brown skinned. He bald with a beard. He kind of muscular. Got a real big beard. And his favorite line is "Pack him up."
Oh, well, I don't know.
The five most nastiest haircuts in the NBA.
I probably got to see him.
His name is Will Miller, I think. I like him. He live in Florida now, but he's from Brooklyn.
What?
It's over. You have to get that whole bottle, bro.
Ugh. I don't know. It's
Is
okay.
it warm? If it's cold, it's good. Them buzz balls is gonna get. I drank the ones from what's the name before.
The sippy cup. Why is it this shit tweaking? Look at that. That's
Nah,
crazy.
because it's the green screen. You don't have if you had a green curtain behind you, it'd be better.
Hell yeah.
Um,
I ain't got
what's
no.
the name got some the nigga Slim Thug. Not Young Thug, Slim Thug.
Yep.
He got some.
Word.
Adrian could love that one, wouldn't
Facts.
he?
Oh, yeah.
I got him set up on of Universe. I don't know, man. I was just on here. We just on here kicking it. I'm still alive.
I just
Oh
said
well.
into.
I don't know. I'm gonna get once I get rid of that, pay him $25 a month, all kinds of stuff open up. I don't
Shit. Let me go to YouTube real quick. Find some. It won't work unless I'm playing it kind of fast, huh?
what?
If I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, you gonna have to get you have to get you a little ring light. They only like man, they ain't expensive. Ain't nothing expensive on Amazon, bro. I'm
Download
about to
everything sync. I just click sign in. There ain't no password, no nothing. It just click turn right on. Went to YouTube. It said
what's
sign
up, Angie?
already in there.
See, that's why I kind of want to get an iPhone, man. Now I got the MacBook, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I like Android though. Samsung got better cameras. I ain't gonna go back and forth with you.
I wonder if this will work. I was watching this the other night. Hold on.
Were you trying to share your screen on here?
Yeah. Let me see. Come back here. Boom. Contact. I didn't even go to Chrome. That's the thing. I gotta go to Chrome to do everything.
Yeah, because this is on Chrome. Oh yeah.
That's a Google
Safari.
thing.
Nah, Safari and YouTube ain't friends, man. You can't even put a. It's hard to put a YouTube icon on your Mac. I don't even know if you can. I don't. I don't even have it. Some
That's
dude
crazy. You
tried to
gotta
show
get the app, the actual YouTube app to do that,
you
huh?
can't. No, you can't get the you can't
Man,
download YouTube app on here
what the?
because it's not from Safari.
That is wild.
Yeah,
Well,
Safari don't. You
I
got
think,
to down. I would have to download an instance of Windows, which I could. You have to download an instance of Windows to have Windows. Even though you're using Google Chrome now,
uh-huh.
it does. You don't. I don't think you have an instant of Windows because I seen a guy. He runs Windows and not Safari on his MacBook. He don't even use. He actually uses Firefox. He said Fire. He still says Firefox is the best web browser out there.
Huh.
It's clean and it's safe. I guess. I don't know. It's a little slower because it has so many security parameters. I don't know. Firefox, I was using that when I first started college. That was 2010, 11.
Can you see that?
Thought would just come in. Lustful image would just come in. And then I got to restart my prayer. And then I would
See
feel
it?
condemned. How can I be thinking about those things? And I would tell Pastor, Satan will lace things into your thoughts that make hella sense to you. However, the end of it and the end result
That's too
is
loud.
destruction and death. That's what he
Turn it
does
down
with our
some.
mind. Our mind is like the shopping cart, and he'll try to drop in, hey, you're lustful. Hey, you're lustful. And then when you take it, then he'll accuse
Little
you.
more.
Oh, you know you shouldn't have done that. Why did you do that? Why did you pay
That's
for
cool.
it? He does this gaslighting. And then he leads you to live spiraling, and it's horrible. R.I.P. Toys R Us. would
Bro, I
steal
didn't
from
know
them
you could
all
do
the
that
time.
like
Sorry,
that.
guys. You guys went bankrupt because of me.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes.
Why would God create a chaotic world?
So I've learned, nope, can't trust my thoughts.
Even when you were a bad boy, were you?
I would live spiraling, and it's horrible.
It's,
R.I.P. Toys R Us.
right
I
here.
would steal from
Yeah,
them
you
all
trying
the
to
time.
figure out how
Sorry,
to
guys. You guys
control
went
it.
bankrupt because of me.
Oh, okay, okay. Why
Right.
would God create a chaotic world?
This buzzball good though. I ain't gonna-
Told you.
I had a question for you. Do you ever have sinful cravings?
Of course. Of course.
Recently,
I'll grab my headphones.
Minister Johnny has sinful cravings.
All the time, man.
Still? What?
Yeah, always.
Really?
Yeah.
When was the last time?
Recently, like I was really tired the other day actually. And I had a thought like, oh, if I just did a bumpies.
What? What about coffee? You just like
Got the
skip straight to coffee.
Astros.
Yeah, but you don't think, okay, I'm really tired.
What
I can
co-
maybe
oh.
try an energy drink or a
I don't like
B12
energy
vitamin.
drinks. I don't like Monster.
I mean,
I
those
like the booger sugar.
even when you were a bad boy, were you
I was always booger
Connor.
sugaring.
really
Like a ball in each nose type of stuff.
a day?
Oh, yeah.
Not every day, but yeah, I could.
Like in a couple of days?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Wild. That and alky.
You're kind of
mixed it
staticky.
together. But yeah, I did.
Like-
I wonder if it's because of my headphones having a mic.
If I follow this,
No, it's
will
'cause it was
just stay
up in the
on
air.
one
Not
button.
staticky, it was
It'll be
fan-
two,
I could hear-
four. Then I'm gonna drink.
I can hear
Once
noise. I
drink,
can't
what
now. It's
happens
better.
Then I get lustful.
Okay.
Then women. Then this. And then
It's
imagine
really
the
good, for
congregation,
real.
All the people that depend on me. Then what am I gonna? I'm gonna jeopardize. You guys depend on me, right? In a lot of ways, and
I can't hear the YouTube that good with the
so
headphones
I
on.
always think like off of that one line, snowball. It's never just that.
You
one
might have to
thing.
do something in your audio.
Hey, let's just relax. It's the
Probably.
deception of Satan. So I've learned. Nope, can't trust my thoughts.
Hey, on that tip, so you know
Turn it up some.
Justin Bieber's old pastor
YouTube?
Yeah.
and how he basically got Hillsong. That
His
guy,
name's Carl Lentz.
yeah, he used to run Hillsong, and
Why
then
you running around
I don't know the
naked,
full
nigga?
story, but he basically cheated on his wife,
Yeah.
and then the church basically
Oh,
disassociated.
you had a
from him.
towel on?
And now he's starting a new church and he's come back or whatever it is. But
Yeah.
do you think
What?
that a pastor should be excommunicated from their church from a mistake like that?
Can you hear better?
If you feel like your brain craves pleasure from lust just as much as it craves being a man of integrity, it's probably no coincidence that God put this in front of you right now.
I don't think so. I think everybody falls short at some point, and I think that people make.
But the
mistakes.
video ain't
And
messing with
being
my
a
mic, is it?
pastor, you have a huge target on your back. I actually think leadership is to blame. So you have to have leaders, just like at McDonald's. What do people go to when they don't get their service, or any restaurant or Best Buy or wherever retail store? You go. Let me speak to who? Your manager. So yes, they mess up, but the manager is obviously, in this case, the leaders. And I would say on top of the leaders is God. People are so quick to judge, but they're not quick enough to pray. They're not quick enough to be like, hey, he's a human, he messed up. Okay, let's
I'll be back in a
fortify
second.
around him. Let's see what we can
All
help
right.
him with.
I'm gonna pause it for a second because I don't want like no copyrights going on, or I don't know how it works. If you gotta pause it,
Yeah, you got to keep interrupting it. You got to interrupt it like a couple of times. Not a lot, but a lot. You know what I'm saying?
facts. But
Yeah, you have to.
I figured we could do that anyway to talk about whatever he's talking about and give our own feedback and personal experiences because this is something that we all got to talk about that we all deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'll be back in a second.
All right. You want me to wait till you get back?
Nah, you can keep going.
Oh, okay. Well, plan.
Just
Because
make sure you got to
everybody falls short
pause
in
every
front
now
of
and
God.
again.
Once
Yeah.
you realize that you're a sinner, judging other people for sinning differently, that's when they start to stray. So that's why I'm so big on trying to respect my pastor, because they're literally the middle ground. They're going to tell you, hey, this is what's wrong with you. They're going to keep you accountable. I don't know about Carlence, but maybe he didn't have leadership above him. And that's what happens when you don't have a pastor above you. So there's no, that's just a byproduct of what's going to happen, because who do you have accountable? You have everybody boosting you up. Oh my gosh, Pastor, you give great swimming.
You know Justin Bieber?
Yeah, Justin Bieber. I mean, you could see it from a mile away if you have spiritual discernment through the word of God. No one was able to bring him down. That's why pastors always like, Johnny, you're dirt, you're nothing. I told him about
That's
Sweden.
why I do it too.
Yeah.
I have to also.
You don't have to hold them. It's the people above.
Oh,
crazy.
my bad.
The
Sorry, I'm just trying to
Israelites-
help. You know what I'm saying? I
Think
see them
I'm go through the little chapters real quick. Get more into what they talking about. It won't let me for real, for real. Actually, matter of fact, I can go to YouTube on my phone. I can find it there. That ain't gonna tweak on me. It won't let me click more. So I go through the chapters with y'all. Let me see. Okay, so we're gonna jump through here a little bit.
church friends because their parents would be unhappy with the new pastor, leave, take their family, whatever it is. So I understand.
Yeah.
But let's get into it.
So,
All right, I'm gonna pause it just because I want Rev back in here for this so he can see it because I don't think he watched this yet. I'll be back in there.
welcome to another episode on Unlearned Wisdom. Today we're going to be talking about intrusive thoughts, how to overcome them, why we have them, what are intrusive thoughts, demonic possession, is that a spiritual gateway to intrusive
hold on,
thoughts,
let me fix
all that good stuff. It's going to be a banger.
All right. Well, let's start it off with the simplest one. What is an intrusive thought?
So intrusive thoughts are essentially lies from the enemy. They're thoughts that invade into your brain when you don't want them there. Biblically speaking, when you look at 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5, it says, every imagination that exalts itself and every high thing must be taken captive and brought to the word of God. So the obedience of Christ, which is the word of God. What this means is anything that's high-hearted, anything that's negative, anything that exalts itself above God, prideful thoughts, negative thoughts, things that are just above the word of God, essentially, is all intrusive thoughts. Thoughts that you don't want, thoughts of depression, thoughts of loneliness, all these tie under the umbrella of intrusive thoughts. Right? A lot of people ask, well, how do we know which thoughts
All
are
right, let me
intrusive, which
explain
one
that
aren't?
full screen.
Very simple. Intrusive thoughts are
Yeah. He'll start explaining a little bit more into him. It'll make a lot of sense for real, for real. I'll let him talk a little bit more and then you can get some thoughts on it.
similar to like spam mail, right? You can't have control of who's sending those things. You can't, stop a person from sending them, but you do have the choice of rejecting them. You do have the choice of deleting them, forsaking them, right? Putting them in the junk mail. So I want you guys to think about your thoughts. They're like your brain is like an inbox, and those intrusive thoughts are like the spam emails, the junk
Yeah.
email. You don't have to open them. You definitely don't have to accept them. You could just disregard them, ignore them completely. Most of us ignore spam. We ignore the junk mail, and likewise, we should do the same with our thoughts.
You know those like emails that because you've been so many places and signed up for so many things and they send your
That's a
emails so
pretty
many
good way
times,
you
you
explain
have
that,
too
man.
many.
I mean, that was pretty dope how you explained it. I mean,
Yeah, that's facts. It made a lot of sense for me because he ends up talking about like how people will like entertain thoughts and intrusive thoughts, and then they're basically eventually started spiraling and stuff like that. And that's what I would do with a lot of times. Actually, until I watched this, and it makes a lot of sense for real, what he's saying.
actually, is another part is you get upset at the person, like when you find out, you know what I'm saying, like, or you get upset at the intrusive thought from where it comes from, and
Word.
not you know what I'm saying, like if it's about somebody that did something to you and you think of no reason, then you feel some type of way about that person, and it could not even be, you know what I'm saying.
Right. Everything was just cool a week ago.
Yeah, and now you got this weird thought in your mind of what somebody, you know, these intrusive thoughts of what you think somebody think about you, done to you, or you might even, you know what I'm saying, might have let it go, and
Fact.
then that intrusive negative thought will take over, and now you feel some type of way about this person for no reason. That's another caveat to that intrusive thought stuff.
Yeah, that is true, and it'll bring back like old problems because you let stuff go, you moved on past that, and then boom, yo, you remember what happened or what they did or what so and so said, and now you like and that's what lets you know if you really let go of something or not, if you will hurt, if you still hurt about it or not.
Hey, what's up, DJ?
Yeah,
What's up, Mark?
Spam emails
Yeah.
coming in, it's like that also made me think of the idea that it's like also think about where you're allowing your to go to allow those things in. So if
Yeah.
you're feeling like you're overly flooded with intrusive
what
thoughts,
you
it's like,
said.
okay, maybe some of the inputs of where I'm placing my attention is allowing more spam to come in. So carving those out as well. But I love
Yes.
that analogy.
Also, like Satan too, right? Like people don't recognize that Jesus in Hebrews 4:15 was tempted in all ways, just like so he also had intrusive thoughts. It was an actual voice, which is the voice of Satan, when they take him up to the mountain and they tempt him. And a lot of intrusive thoughts start with what if? Like, what if it's this, if that. So the way that Satan was deceiving him was he was telling him, if you are the man of God, the son of God, then turn these rocks, these stones into bread. If you are the man of God, he continuously tries to say these what ifs, right? And it's not actual identity that, you know, Satan is planting inside of him. He's just
That's actually one thing that I like thought about like, reading that. Um, but when I read about the temptation of Jesus, is like I didn't have this thought until I seen this video, but it was really like, was it physically like in person the devil, or was it intrusive thoughts, or like how we receive certain things like speaking or whatever in our minds. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was more spiritual, and because you got to remember he was fasting. If you've never fasted, you can't understand it. That's the other part, that's the part of the
Yeah.
story. That's the part of the parable or the story that people fail to realize is like they talk about him fasting, but they if you haven't fasted truly,
Mhm.
no, I did it for 3 days. No food, no water.
Thought
Bro,
about that.
your mind goes somewhere else. Day at the in the middle of day one. And when you get to day two, like the late morning of day two, everything changes. Like you you get intoxicated. Like you get so high in your mind, it's unbelievable. Like you get to this place where everything kind of like stands still.
Really?
Yeah, it's not like a drug high, but it's like this alertness in your brain to
Is it
where when you get past that point where food and water is nothing to you,
like
like you can you're on like this real high alert and you're really
spiritually in tune,
yeah,
probably?
you're becoming spiritually in tune. That's only 3 days. You go past 3 days, I couldn't imagine.
Man, I've been saying I need to try it.
I went 3 days, bro. I went 3 days. I went on a 3 day absolute fast. When I came off that fast, before I went on the fast, I didn't have a job. And when I came off the fast, I had 2 jobs.
Oh,
Seriously, I was working at Even Flow and at Burger King and Even Flow at the same time, and I was going to school.
see, I'm looking for a cheater way to do it because I have like I work every other day, and then I get like my 2 days a week like in a row off, and I'm like I'm gonna start when I get them 2 days off.
Bro, I went absolute man, and it got to the point it was so bad, like it was so hard.
Really,
Hold on a second.
you good?
Um, um, Day 3 was so bad that my ribs and my hip was touching. And
She
I was in church, man. I was so exhausted and drained that I couldn't even say hallelujah. I could barely lift my hands up. I'm telling you, I never in my life ever wanted church to be over so bad. I always talk about it was me and Pastor Hamilton was the only ones in the whole church that held. He challenged everybody to go 3 days. And I did. I said, I don't care what happened. I'm going 3 days. Bro, and I'm telling you, that was some work. And it probably would have been extra more work if I'd had a job to go to work, and exert some energy. I mean, I still had stuff I was doing, but still. But the point is that the voice, the way food, you smell food like you've never smelt it before because you haven't had it. So
hmm
everything smells good. And the messed up part about it, where I was staying, it was a restaurant right down the street.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? Food was in the air all the time. And it was you know what I'm saying, in the summertime. So it was like, yeah. And I had just, you know what I'm saying? But it's so simple. That's why everybody think like, oh, why is it turn a rock into a loaf? Why you make it? No, it's not about just bread. It's about the simple fact that food is something that is so needed in the fast that you would give up everything that you know you have, deserve, and who you are for a
Right.
little bit of it. He
That
was
makes
trying to tempt him to give up his majesty and his royalty and his deity for some bread.
man. That actually makes sense because a lot of people say, like I was watching Pastor Philip Anthony, and he was saying, when you fasting, uh, like food is like feeding your flesh, it's your pleasure. Like everybody loves food, it makes sense. And he's like, when you're wanting food, needing food, and everything, and you're not consuming it, it's you telling like your flesh itself, like, no, I'm stronger than you. Like, your spirit is talking to your flesh, like, no, like, I'm good, basically.
Yeah.
Like you strengthen, your spirit.
Yeah, and it's
I'm
hard.
trying to cons-
It's hard on your psychosis. Like it is. Like because your body begins to eat itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The sugars, you know what I'm saying? Your body starts your body goes into fight or flight mode instantly. Middle part of day one. Your body like, bro, something is going on. We need some sugar. We need some high fructose corn syrup.
Because usually, especially with American society, we used to eating, snacking, and everything
Yeah,
all
eating
day.
beyond 3 times a day just to
Right.
consume the amount of junk, and then you
For
just
just
don't.
a
You
few
quit
hours,
cold turkey,
it's like smoking. Like if you smoke all the time, that's why you got people that got to smoke like every hour, every couple hours, because
bro. The headache that you get from stripping your body of caffeine, that headache is worse than this. One of the worst pains I ever felt in my life.
I heard that. And when you go back to caffeine after not having it,
Bro, one day without caffeine on a fast will change your life. You hear me? It will change. It will. If you don't know Jesus, you will meet him by the end of the night.
The night.
On your way to the emergency room or to the carryout, you will call.
Yeah, you gonna break that fast?
Yeah, you gonna go get you a Mountain Dew, 2 of them.
I'm weak.
You'll drink one warm and one cold.
Thanks. I'm dead. I had the first one gone before you reached the crib. That was funny. I will hop back in.
Swayed him. He's trying to deceive him essentially. So yeah, and Jesus answers with truth always, which is it is written. So the word of God is the truth. The word of God is Jesus, John 1:14. So if you want to like combat those things, you also have to have the word.
I'll
You're
be
not
right
in
back.
your word, you're in your thoughts and you're in your feelings. The more you're in your word, the less you are in your thoughts and your feelings. You'll have the truth to replace all of those things.
So, I mean, I think the natural next question.
That right there, I don't know if we have any viewers, but I'm gonna speak on that. That right there makes a lot of sense because I would have a lot of intrusive thoughts, anxiety, or just regular, human, natural worries, I guess. And when I'm reading the word, like, it's crazy because you would just like eat and you feel like discomfort, like knowing that, like, if you have a Bible with the red words are Jesus talking, basically God's words. And when you're reading that, and when you're reassured in your problems by reading like what he's saying, it's like, bro, like, what am I tripping for? Like, it's crazy. Like, all that anxiety is just leaves for real. Like, that's all good stuff.
Question is, how can you discern what's an intrusive thought or what's just a regular thought? Like, I don't know with my spam emails if I'm getting scammed or not. It's really hard to tell sometimes.
True. So there's practice.
And actually, I'm a I don't know how to go back. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna save that for Pops. I'm gonna see what he say about that because this is a good topic coming up too.
You're still on a video, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure.
Yeah.
That way I don't do anything stupid. Oh, don't forget, you gotta fill this paper out.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. By tomorrow?
No. Her doctor won't be back in office until Monday.
Oh yeah,
So before week. I'm Monday.
Tripping, yeah. Oh. Love you too much.
I'm not. I love you, baby.
Puking. Love you too.
I'm being careful about how much I can eat.
I definitely gotta get a green screen.
Well, and we gotta be in Lakeview early.
Oh, this is
Because
crazy.
if Emmy is too sick, I'll have Mom watch the girls so we can take Emmy to Dayton Children's.
Damn.
Well, she's in like a runny nose and watery eyes all day long. I thought it was just like an allergy thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mom called me and said she was running a little bit of fever, so I'm like, shh, could be something worse. Not worse, but like possibly strep from being around Ileana while she had it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess not strep because it's rare in kids under 3, but you know, Ely goes to school. She's around all kinds of kids all day. She could bring anything home.
Right.
Without it affecting her, but possibly affecting Emmy just because she's little.
Connor, I'll be right back, man.
You good? Yeah, all right. I got everything paused for the stream and everything. Dang, I gotta find my Tommy Hilfiger hoodie. I ain't seen that in a minute.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the bags in the back of the van.
Makes sense.
If you want, I can bring those bags in and start just hanging that shit up because I mean it's all clean. That way, well, it wouldn't be a
Hold up, Sam. I'll be right back.
I'm back. I'm back, y'all. I had to do a couple things.
No household teams. All right, hold on. All right.
In your feelings. You'll have the truth to replace all of those things.
So, I mean, I think the natural next question is how can you learn what's an intrusive thought or what's just a regular thought? Like, I don't know my spam emails if I'm getting scammed or not. It's really hard to tell sometimes.
True. So there's practical thoughts, and then there's also intrusive thoughts, right? So practical thoughts are things like, do I pick up the kids? Do I go and
You
eat?
like that
It's always
scene?
solution based, right? Intrusive thoughts lead nowhere. Oh, you're so dumb. What's wrong with you? Just kill yourself. There's no solution behind it. So I would say if it's solution based or love based, it's a practical thought. But if it's something that's causing you to spiral, question yourself, negative inner dialogue, anything that's like related to the negativity, condemning side of it, would most likely be an intrusive thought. So there is also like a story.
The luck is on today, baby!
Box GG is the ultimate collectibles experience.
You can unbox
Rare trading cards, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and One Piece.
Oh,
the difference is
I
you
realize.
actually have them shipped to you.
Delivered to your door.
Intrusive thoughts are dangerous in that there's really nothing going
I'm
on.
weak. It's YouTube.
Intrusive thoughts are dangerous in
That's
that
so it could have
there's
been.
really nothing going on, but like you
I'm
get
weak.
super deceived by them and they're super negative. So
I've
there's a
never seen
story
the
that I
area.
read,
Looking.
crazy story. It's in Korea. It's a true story. Pastor Park talked about this. So he went to this prison, and this woman, she looked like she had the most nicest sense of like just love, right? She was very compassionate looking, and she's just this old, right? This old like granny looking girl. She was there for like years, and she had like a couple scars on her face. So pastor was like preaching the gospel, and he asked her like, "What did you do to get in here? Because you look like you can't even harm a fly." And she started to tell her story. It was intrusive thoughts 100%. So she was with a guy who
It's crazy because what you were saying earlier about intrusive thoughts and feeling the ways about people. Like that's what he about to get into now. Actually, well, like when this story he about to tell is like an example.
worked, I think he was like a architect or something like that, but he worked a lot. He would work late nights and come home really late. So he was usually up before she was up, and he was always in bed after she was in bed. And they had a brand newborn at this time. And she started to, like look at her kid, and she's like, "Oh, you're so precious. I love you. My daughter's a newborn." But then one day, she was telling pastor that one thought entered her brain. What if your husband is tired of you? Like you have a kid, you can't really give him attention anymore. You can't have sex with them, right? You're not intimate basically. What if he's out there actually cheating on you with another girl? So that thought then spiraled into, well, if that other girl comes, then he's going to squeeze me out cuz he's the breadwinner, and you're like she's looking at her own daughter, and you're going to suffer because of me. In the Korean culture, stepmothers and things like that, they never get along, right? Mother-in-laws and things like that, right? So it's big. So culturally, she was like shocked, and she's like, "Well, what's gonna happen to you? Oh, you're just gonna go through being bullied by the stepmom." Mind you, nothing is happening, but her thoughts are spiraling. She's giving them play, basically.
I think that's crazy how like I don't know. That's how intrusive thoughts work. You just start overthinking like a mug, like even before a situation plays out.
Accepting these thoughts. And so she made a decision right there. I'm gonna, I'd rather you not not feel, right? She's talking to the baby. I'd rather you not feel all this pain that you're gonna feel. I'm gonna protect you. She had a thought that she was gonna unalive the kid, and then unalive the husband, and then unalive herself. Mind you, nothing is happening. So she does it.
Like this.
She grabs a knife and she unalives the kid, waits behind the door for her husband to come, unalives him, stabs him in the jugular, crazy stuff. And then she starts doing this to her face. And so fast forward years now, right? 10, 15 years, she's in the penitentiary system. Pastor Mark was shocked. He's like, what? Why would you do that? Right. But he understood that intrusive thoughts are like this. It's a bunch of what ifs. It's never truth or reality, but it's always this one thought that enters and spirals into 10 different thoughts. And it's
That's crazy to me because that's what will happen to me a lot of times. And it's like it hit me when he said that. Like it's never reality. It's never the truth. Like, but a lot of people entertain like crazy stuff, and it does send them spiraling. You know.
What's crazy is the thoughts is like a super big onion, man. You just keep peeling it back and it gets worse and worse. And for me, it's like that in my dreams. I can dream so bad to where I'll put myself in a panic and I can't sleep because of what I've dreamed about nothing. My imagination for fallacies and falsehoods is greater than truth. And it's crazy because in in a spiritual aspect, um that's a prison that most people live in is a prison of guilt that you're never going to be good enough to make it. So you're always cleaning up and scrubbing around yourself
Uh,
every second because in your mind you think you got to be 100% clean at all times, doing all things to be clean, and you miss. You know what I'm saying? It's like the saying with, and those are from the intrusive thoughts.
yeah.
The intrusive thoughts come in, then you have intrusive thoughts about the intrusive thoughts that you have, and then if you reacted or responded to them, then you got to have the intrusive thoughts of guilt about that, and then it's more and more, and every layer has a layer,
Yeah. That's nuts.
and it's really like food for demons, man. It's like legions. We was talking about legions. It's like one demon bring in intrusive thought to the door and knock. As soon as you crack it, they'll come in little by little. They're not that strong, but if I hit you 1,000 times with light blows, it's going to get you. It's going to be better than 2 or 3 big blows.
Facts.
Because you think, oh, it's just a little thought. It's just a little something. Then you try to control that thought. Then you try to maneuver that thought. You try to fashion that thought into your mind the way it's supposed to be. And that's why the Bible tells you to think on these things that are holy, things that are just, things that are lovely, things that are above, things that are praiseworthy.
Yeah. Things that align with the word.
Yep, that's
always
why.
a lot of the times it's very absurd. It's very like, I'm gonna crash my car. It's freeway. Like, I'm gonna jump off this bridge. Like, it's just these random thoughts, right? And it led her to do that. So when Pastor was teaching about intrusive thoughts, he was teaching biblically that one thought leads to 10 thoughts, and those thoughts are not from you, but from the enemy. Although she didn't believe in God, she was able to recognize that's actually true. Where did you get this wisdom? And he said, from the Bible. So it was really, really amazing. Yeah.
What about in your situation where you were in a gang and you saw so much violence and terrible things? It does make you have more intrusive thoughts, right? When I step outside, you're not necessarily safe because you got beat up last week or you know people came at you. So, you know, that scenario of that lady is absurd. She literally just manufactured.
Hey, what's so crazy is he was just talking about something, and it just made me remember like the worst part is the what ifs. And
Uh-huh.
the what if intrusive thoughts are the worst, especially when you're in jail. There's nothing worse than, they're called the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. When you get locked up in jail, I don't care if you're doing 30 days in the county jail or 5 years in prison. The whole time that you're in there, you're dealing with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I shoulda never did that. If I woulda went over there, man, if I coulda just, those thoughts will flood your mind over and over and over. You can be watching TV and it's a bucket of boiling water straight on your back of these thoughts. And then it goes into that, and then it goes into the depression, then it goes into everything else, and then it goes into you thinking about your kids, and then boom, next thing you know, you start hearing, you don't even have the thoughts. That's what a lot of people's probably not understanding. You don't have the thoughts. The thoughts are spoken to you.
Thoughts are
You hear that's what he was talking about the devil. You hear the thoughts. They don't pop up in your mind. They start off as a thought, but then it gets to the point where you can hear it, where it's speaking to you, and when it speaks in full color. You can see it, you can smell it, and then once you start dreaming about it, you go to sleep and you start dreaming about it, and being in jail or being in a dark place puts you in a state of depression or a state of a gloom and doom. So you're already trying to fight out of this horrible feeling. And then now you have these intrusive thoughts adding to this horrible feeling and it's keeping you bound and locked up.
keeping you
And
bound.
it's just, huh?
I say keeping you bound. Facts.
Yeah. And it's just crazy how the thought, like he was talking about how the devil, the voices are so loud that they become real, that the person is actually there. That's like even when you watch the movie about, when they talk about when Jesus, when he really came to himself, the devil wasn't there. And that's how those thoughts are. They're as real as they're as real as they sound in your head. And they're as real as they're as visual as you can see them in your dreams or when you close your eyes. And you can even get to the point where you're seeing it in the daytime. You can be watching TV, but these thoughts are so strong that you're just looking at the TV, but the thoughts are playing a different movie in your head.
You in the sunken place.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. You walk around smiling, and in your head, all those shoulda, coulda, woulda, coulda, shouldas.
Yeah.
Regret. It's worse than regret.
It's crazy because that is a natural human thing because I do the same thing. I used to explain it to somebody about like my intrusive thoughts. Like we could be talking and I'll literally be, yeah, like that's crazy. And the whole time I'm in my head just, what about that time we did this? Man, remember that? Oh, what if this happens? What if that like literally like the whole time and I'm conducting myself normally, but like I said, in a sunken place. I'm in a whole other world in my head. Like it's crazy.
all these things.
Yeah.
For you, when it's like, first you thought the world was all pretty, and then horrible things just kept happening to the point where you had to start protecting yourself, or else it would lead to potential injury or death or whatever it is. So,
Yeah.
how do you what would you say to somebody that's in an environment where it's been proven time and time again that negative things are happening to
Yes.
them?
So that's why people have the question I get asked a lot is, why do we have intrusive thoughts? Well, because our mind was framed for survival, not for peace. So if you notice, we're in this chaotic world and we adapt to that. So that's why we're always having these intrusive thoughts. So it's not a bad thing to have, survival mode and things like that. But obviously, with her situation, it was like extreme. Obviously, I was also protecting myself too. It's okay to defend yourself, to live and, live in peace and safety and kind of have situational awareness. It's when things become negative and you do things out of character, when you do things out of, I'm going to protect myself and do this extreme like level, that's when it's bad. Even with this sister who did that, if she realized like, oh, my relationship is from God, like God's gonna protect the child, I can't protect the child, like then she would be able to cast that out. But because she didn't know the scripture, she didn't know practical ways of like overcoming this stuff, it led her to some crazy stuff.
Facts.
EVE Online is a
Many people, when they think about relationships, they often
My,
think that they have to
hold up.
search for them. But when you look at Genesis chapter 2, it's a perfect.
I'm actually trying to find a whole nother subject he was talking about. Let me see.
Oh man.
But there are some that will come to fruition, grow as a tree, whatever. It's the same thing. Satan's always shooting shots at you, random thoughts at you, and then making you take ownership for something that's not your own. He's trying to make you be like, okay, this is yours. Trust yourself. And then if you're in the position of already trusting yourself naturally, it's just easier to accept his shots, to accept his wickedness. And then that then causes you to spiral, live miserably. I'll be honest. When I had a thought that, oh, I'm a good person and, I'm going to become a gang member and do whatever I want to do, that was like one of Satan's fiery arrows. He gave me the thought that although you're 12 years old, you don't do homework, you don't do chores because everything you don't want to do is not going to make you happy. Do only the things that make you happy. That literally landed me in prison. I joined a gang. I had money, all that other stuff. I was doing drugs because I had no distrust your thoughts mentality. I was, man, every thought is my thought. I'm gonna just accept it all. Good thought, bad thought, whatever. As long as
And a lot of people, like I was talking to, me and Aaron were talking to the homie Atlas, and uh, he was just having trouble with like believing the Bible. You know the whole narrative black people like to push. Oh, it's a white man's religion, and a white man wrote that book, and they added things and modified it, took things out, da da da. And he was saying like he prayed over it. Like he said he asked God like, you know, show me the way, show me the truth, because I don't trust this book. And I don't know what happened after that or what he got into after that. But then Aaron asked him like, well, when you praying, like, does God cuss or stuff like that? And he's like, yeah, he sure does. And which a lot of people, they were made in God's image. A lot of people say, oh, I think it's funny, like, if I have a sense of humor, I'm made in His image, so He should have a sense of humor. Or they try to make God like super relatable, which He is because He knows us, and Jesus Christ has lived a human life. He understands us, but like a lot of people try to make it like super relatable to excuse certain things. And Aaron asked him, we didn't get an answer from this, but Aaron asked a good question. He was like, do you ever think that thoughts are borrowed, or how do you feel about that? And I don't think a lot of people understand that thoughts are borrowed. Thoughts can be shot at.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying because
Which,
your thoughts are borrowed from part of the information you're getting from somebody else,
yeah,
like somebody the influences around you.
no, we're saying like thoughts borrowed, like as if it's the devil speaking to you, or even
Oh yeah, the half the seed. Yeah, part. Yeah, it's kind of like the whole thing with the situation in the Garden of Eden. That's probably what that's speaking of. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It was a thought. You know what I'm saying? It was given to her. It was half the truth, but a complete lie.
yeah, and like I'll touch on that. What was I gonna say? I gotta pour up a little bit more, but what were we saying? Oh, I was gonna say the scary thing is though, a lot of thoughts are in your voice. That's what trips
Oh
people,
yeah.
or that's where people can't discern their thoughts or understand a borrowed thought from their own, conscious. And I think actually Johnny Chang in this video, I don't know if he skipped it or it'll come up, but he ends up saying like, uh, it was an outside force or thing speaking to Adam and Eve, like when they were in the garden, they knew that the tree was there, and they knew what God said about it. And so like they didn't even think about it, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even worry about it. They, okay, you said all of this but that. All right, cool. Until the devil comes in, well, you know what I'm saying? Start feeding them shooting fiery arrows and
Hey, think about it though. You just said something. We all know it wasn't an apple. Let's stop there. It was definitely not an apple. The Bible never said apple. It said the fruit of the tree, right?
right,
But it said something after that. And what it said is that after they ate of it and they began to know the difference between, they knew good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil, that they saw that the fruit of the tree was good. It was good to eat. It
Uh-huh.
was good for food. So, what was it that it wasn't until they ate it that they knew it was good to eat? Because everything in the garden they knew. There's nothing in the garden that they didn't know because Adam named everything in the garden, all the fruit, all the trees, everything, the fruit, the tree in the midst of the garden, in the middle of the garden, had the understanding that was the tree of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil.
I just
But
Googled and
it
it
did
was,
not that it didn't have a fruit. It whatever was on it to them before they ate it, they didn't look at it as if it was food.
right.
That's what it says.
Um,
So
yeah,
how do you eat knowledge?
the
What
Bible
was it that they ate that was knowledge?
it said or Google is telling me like no, the Bible does not explicitly state that Adam and Eve's forbidden fruit was an apple. The book of Genesis refers to it simply as the fruit. The apple became associated with the forbidden fruit later, primarily due to interpretations by Jewish and Christian commentators, which makes sense. Trying to figure out like what fruit was it? We don't know, but yeah, that is something to think about, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, and I'm not even, and it's not a type of fruit. It can't be a type of fruit because if it was, it would have said it. If God is going to tell you the difference between a lamb and a ram and a she goat and a he goat, and he's explicit and detailed on everything else, but on the most important thing, there was no, there was nothing explicit. It
Right.
was it, but there was something that that whatever it was not looked upon as good for food until after they ate it.
Hmm.
And it did just because it's a tree doesn't mean that it was a fruit.
Right.
The fruit of the tree is not saying that it. You know what I'm saying? When you're saying
Because
fruit,
whenever it comes,
the fruit of me going to work, the fruit of my labor is a paycheck.
right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
something to think about. Like they bring up fruit as in like just something coming forth.
Because what's the name grow on cactuses? Pomegranates.
Right.
There ain't there a cactus part to a pomegranate or something like that? There's something that grows on some but something like it's a dangerous plant with a good fruit on it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? There's plants out there like that.
Right.
And there's some ugly fruit out there that you would be afraid to touch, but it's good to eat. So I mean, I just really just got this though. It really just came to me like, what was it? When
Mm.
we say fruit, we think it's an apple tree or a pear tree or some kind of fruit tree that had sweet vitamin C fruit. No.
Mm.
What was this that was it was in the middle of the garden. So and how was they like and the Bible never even states why she was there, what she was doing around it, what was around it. If it was in the middle of the garden, they knew it was there. What was she doing hanging out by it?
That's something to think about. What you even over there for?
Intrusive thoughts.
Symbolic fruit. The fruit is often seen as symbolic of knowledge, the desire to be like God, and the consequences of disobedience. Hmm. I used
That's what I'm saying. The Bible said it was the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Obviously, that was the fruit on the tree. So what was visual? What was able to be observed from this tree? Because when he brought the animals to Adam, the animals were named Adam. They were what they was. This tree was called the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
right.
So what was the fruit of this tree?
That's something that
Was
yeah.
it work? Was it was you know what I'm saying? What did she consumed? What did she consume? Like it has to metaphor. That's a metaphor. It has that's alchemy. It's a metaphor. This metaphor story is a that story is an allegory. The
It
stories.
was mushroom. No, I'm playing magic mushroom.
I mean, what was it?
Right.
What was it? Now what if it was then? If it was then, it's now. Why ain't it? If it was then, it's now.
That's
If
crazy.
it was then, it's now. But they were put out of the garden, and the angels were set. The cherubs were set at the gate. The garden was closed, hidden forever, with angels with fiery swords standing in front of it. So that means the garden's still here, and that fruit is still there on that tree.
And it's somewhere by Iraq, Iran, or something like that.
Mesopotamia is supposed to be.
I forget.
I don't believe it. I believe it's in doggone Chicago.
One thing I learned about the Adam and Eve thing was and it's wild to think of. Um, so how Eve came from Adam's rib, being of him, and actually, I learned that from Johnny Chang in this video. He talked about how Eve was from Adam and was a piece of him, like his flesh. He basically correlated that to Jesus and us being a bride of Christ, and how his sacrifice makes us one with him. And it's like that's basically
Yeah,
what's
because he's the second Adam.
yeah, the last Adam. Yeah, like basically like that was a foreshadowing in God's plan. I'm like, that is crazy to think about.
That's the part of the Bible that's where the Bible's a lot of allegories is in the Bible. And allegories is the only way you can tell a story without telling a story, but giving the revelation of the story. Because even in the midst of it, like sometimes I think about it, like
Mhm.
we look at what all the information and stuff we got now and all that stuff that went on then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like why then and why are we, we're more messed up now. And it's like, man, they had we used to ask this question as a kid. Like we always said that, man, if Jesus was around, I would have known that. No, you wouldn't have.
He said Jesus was around holding on,
Yeah, it'd have been like
but he is around still.
everybody said, oh, it should have been easier. It should have been easier when he was here. Like, no, it was. I don't know.
It was still messed up when he was, and a lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't believe in him. Just like now, like you have people that don't. It's
Still to
it's
this day.
it's a human nature thing, you know. It's a human mind and conscious thing that we all got to deal with and accept or deny. Sadly, you know.
Yep.
As it's good to me, that's all that matters. This standard is broken from the foundation. We're flawed as human beings. But then oh yeah, I can have my thoughts. It's okay. Like I'm not that bad. That's the deception. And once you do that, it gives like almost like if you're rolling out the red carpet for intrusive thoughts to like welcome into your brain, basically.
You said the devil's greatest deception is making you think your thoughts are your own. Why does the devil even attack your thoughts?
It's just easier, right? Because he can't really attack your flesh unless you're unsaved, right? And his way of attacking you is always suggestion, right? A lot of people are afraid of possession, but suggestion is more deeper. Like Satan is very good at suggesting things, and like he gets like happiness out of just kind of like suggesting things to us and then seeing us react. So
And that's how it is for real. Like with demons and the devil. Like a lot of
Me
people.
on
Yo,
bitch.
Spazzy, what's going on, boy?
Hold on, I gotta connect to this real fast so I can hear him.
How you feeling? Oh, he said he got to connect
Well, what
something.
up?
What up, y'all hear me?
Yeah,
What up, famo?
what's going on? Just talking
Shit,
about some biblical stuff,
you're
intrusive
down.
thoughts, and the enemy's attacks, stuff like that.
You say what?
So we
Just
talk.
talking about intrusive thoughts and stuff.
Intrusive thoughts. Well, hit me to him. I want to hear him.
We're actually reacting to this YouTube video talking about it. Hold on, let me play
but
this.
yeah,
Let me see.
and where do you take suggesting things? he gets like Satan's afraid of possession, of
Attack your
Thank you,
thoughts.
that's fun.
Think your thoughts are your.
welcome into your brain, basically.
All right, we're
You
gonna
said the
talk.
devil's greatest deception is making you think your thoughts are your own. Why does the devil even attack your thoughts?
It's just easier, right? Because he can't really attack your flesh unless you're unsaved, right? And his way of attacking you is always suggestion, right? So a lot of people are afraid of possession, but suggestion is more deeper. Like Satan is very good at suggesting things, and like he gets like happiness out of just kind of like suggesting things to us and then seeing us react. So yeah, and where do you take suggestions from? Your brain, right? Your thoughts. You gotta listen to these things. So yeah, he loves to work in that way.
Explain to me, how do people get demon possessed?
So the way that um Satan works and why people get demon possessed is three ways for people who are unsaved and two ways for people who are saved. So the three ways is for someone who's not saved is possession, suggestion, or accusation. So he will try to possess you. If he can't do that, he'll try to suggest things to you to influence you to do negative things. And then if you don't do that, then he'll accuse you, he'll condemn you. Oh, you're nothing, you're depressed, you're lonely. Now, the other two ways for people who are saved, because if you're saved, you have the Holy Spirit, you can't be
All right,
possessed. He'll try to
the video.
oppress you, he'll try to accuse you, and he'll try to suggest things
Okay,
to you. So he'll suggest something and then make you take ownership for it, right? He's like that snotty nosed kid who goes like a can of beans.
so basically, what he was about to say is like the devil's like that snotty nosed kid that will throw like all this stuff in the cart while you're not paying attention and have you pay for it, and then oh, you paid for it, you know you wanted it and stuff like that, and that's how it goes, especially like with suggesting things. You act on that, and then now it's, oh dang, why'd I do that? Oh, not that's where the condemnation or the condemnation comes from, and the guilt comes from, because now you feel like, dang, like I did this, and now I feel, whatever about it. I feel bad about it, stuff like that. And then you start thinking, oh, like, how can I come to God or be of God if I'm like this? And you know what I'm saying? Just messing with you.
Yeah. Spaz, what you doing, man? You get it on?
He having technical difficulties. Ooh.
Spaz.
DJ got a problem DJing. No, I'm playing. Yo,
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can
yeah,
hear you now.
All right, there we go. No, just looking around because I'm on weed.
Yeah, my live gonna be cutting off here in a few minutes. We've been on here for a while, but you see, I got your name up there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. So so I don't know. I kind of like hopped in the conversation a little late, but what was they talk like? So like he was technically talking about on acting on impulsive thoughts or some shit like that, right?
Yeah,
Right.
like intrusive thoughts and how the enemy will attack and basically give you suggestions. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like, uh, well, a lot of people would say, "Oh, the devil made me do it," or all these other crazy stuff. But all that he can do is give you suggestions. You know what I'm saying? Like give you
Right.
lustful thoughts when you look at a female or different, just bad things in general. And what he'll do is he'll suggest things. If you act on that and do that, then he becomes the accuser. Like, oh, look at you. Like, you had that lustful thought. You acted on it. Now you're just a lustful being. And how can you, what I'm saying, be a server of God or be a good person or, stuff like that. And that's when you start feeling guilt and stuff like that. And just basically tripping you out, having you spiral in your mind.
Right.
shoot, that's just
But
life in itself. Just living with regret.
But then again, at the same time, how I view it is, it's like it. You know, at the end of the day, we are children of God. You say, how can you be a child of God if you do this, that. But at the end of the day, we're still human. So therefore, our our destiny is to sin. In the long run, in my eyes, our destiny is to sin. But then
Bro,
afterwards, ask for that forgiveness type shit. You feel me? So like, with the devil being out here, like trying to persuade us with all these intrusive thoughts. That's just like the test. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me, like that's what this is down here is like a test type shit. I don't know. I'm not a big religious person like that though,
That's real talk.
man.
But
You
you
say,
know, whether you're religious or not, you're dealing with spirits and stuff here on earth. So like
yeah,
you said, this is a battle that we all gotta face, and it's all about overcoming and staying strong and being faithful. And the biggest thing with that is not siding with condemnation. Like you never want to side with that, because what you want to understand is that God loves you. That's whether you're religious or not, whether you're bad or not. Like you are loved. You know what I'm saying? And there will be a time where you come to God. There will be a time where you basically overcome the sin and all these other things that we all dabble into in life. And that's basically, God, Jesus says, carry your cross. If you want to follow me, you carry your cross and you bear that. So that's like any battle. Be intrusive thoughts. That can be uh like me, you know what I'm saying? Looking the way I look and having to go out into the world like that. You just gotta accept your battle and actually fight through it, because there is blessings at the end of every storm. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Yeah, we all.
So so is that what y'all was doing on this live? Like, if this was low key a religious alive, whatever.
No, we was just on here and just
Just talking,
I
really.
actually this is my first time doing it like this.
Yeah.
Messing around.
Oh yeah.
It's the start of the talking pros with cons. That's what we've been on here, man. That's the show.
Say what?
We ain't got the ticker of the show up there. Oh yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, it's
This
going back and
this the
forth. Yeah,
this
that's
the
this
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 pilot.
yes. All right.
Oh yeah,
Talking pros and cons, life, music, spirituality, and much more. We were just touching on the spirituality part.
man.
But we talking about whatever, you know what I'm saying? What you going through in life, what you trying to do, what you into.
What's your new name? What's your new name? Yami Spra?
So that's my SoundCloud name, Yami Sora. It's Japanese shit. It's
I
Right.
think
Japanese.
I spelled it wrong. Did I spell it wrong?
Is that SPRA?
It is a P.
Yeah, I
Yes,
like
sir.
how you did that though. Artist slash co-founder of Off the Books.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You said get it
This is
right.
this that emux shit or whatever.
Evie Mux.
Evmux.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay to get that off the what's the name?
I
Let
might
me
need to
How much is it?
$25 a month.
Oh, that ain't nothing though. For real, for real.
for real. Especially if you like
This
dedicate.
is this is free right now. It's free. This is the free. Yeah, you
Nah,
know what I'm
like
saying. This is the free version. $25 a month. I get a lot more shaboinkers.
can you screen share? Like, can you play music? Like, how does that go on here?
Yep. Go ahead and show it, Connor.
That's how I'm doing
Just
YouTube right now. I'm sharing a tab right now.
But
Uh,
what I'm saying is can you screen share audio without showing the screen?
it, yeah, you can share media as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yep.
Mine
It'll
is
pop.
broken. I
Do
don't
it. Just do it. Like whatever you just sent. Yeah,
Huh?
off of YouTube or whatever. If you like restream for what you was paying for it, man, you will freaking flip your goddamn wig for $25 a month for what this shit to do for you.
for real though. I'm loving
Oh
it.
yeah.
It's got me wanting to be a constant streamer,
You
regular.
you sharing it, Connor?
What?
Put a song up there.
I
I
want
do that when I share. I got the Mac OS X, so I can't share audio when I'm sharing my entire screen.
Yeah, however you did it the last time you did it, you did do it.
No, I just play music and you hearing it through my mic. I think
That's what he was talking about.
no.
it's not the same. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm
playing.
talking about actual screen sharing.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can share your entire screen. I think it depends on like your operating system. Like I'm on this MacBook and Mac OS. The specific one I have when I share my screen, it won't share audio as well. But I can share a tab in Google Chrome, and I could do whatever with that. Like, see something. Boom. I'm gonna just set something up real quick. Uh, boom.
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all hear hold on. Do y'all hear music?
Yeah, yeah,
You hear that 40 some reasons?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, let
You
me ask
sharing
you
your
now.
screen? Yeah, I can hear it. You don't see
But
whose
check this
screen is
out.
this?
That's not me. I'm
Really?
not showing my screen. All right, I'm
Wait a minute.
switching to
Wait, wait,
EV
wait, wait.
Mux.
No,
So
no,
what it
no.
is
Stop,
is
stop. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, Connor.
What's up?
There, that's your screen right there, Spaz.
Oh, he had
nah, I
another
don't want this.
thing.
Nah, make it to where it don't show it.
Where it
Take
don't
it
show
back
the
to how
screen.
it was where it don't show the screen, how you just had it. Yeah,
Yeah.
now look. That that's what I was talking about, where it don't show the screen, but at the same time,
You can hear.
y'all can hear the music good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's loud as hell.
Boom.
It,
So that means that right there lets me know that I'm switching to EV Mux
that
for
lets
the
you know
simple
that
fact.
$25 is gonna blow your mind.
Nah, for no, because
That's
even with the
what
free
you wanted.
version right there, I can screen share without actually showing the screen with the audio.
That's
That
what
right there
you.
just killed it.
That's what I'm
That right
saying.
there
That's
just
what you
That's
was
what
talking
I'm trying to
about.
figure out. That's
That's
what I'm
a,
trying to figure out.
talking about where hold on y'all, because I gotta talk to my talking about where it won't show the email and shit like that, but I can still play it.
That's what I was thinking about trying to set up and figure out
Because I had
this
to
like,
download the songs
music
and them
review
songs were
type
skipping
shit.
some.
yeah. It
I want to do
kind of
that too. I want to like play people's music and shit like that, but I don't know how to do it without showing the screen. But that's probably with setting up the actual layout.
nah. You just don't share the screen. You can add it. You just don't add the scene. You can play it. You just don't add the scene to the studio.
Oh, okay.
Cause look, I can
Like,
do it like this. Boom. There's the scene right there.
He said it's $25 for the
oh,
big
okay,
thing.
okay. So that's like if I'm streaming,
Yeah,
I just
I
don't
can
put it
add it.
in.
Just like the video you just had up
I'm
there. I
finna
just
check.
removed your scene, Connor.
I'm finna check this out tomorrow and get it all the way to where I know what it is. Fuck with the free version and shit.
Got a fucking ad. But yeah, I see what you're saying though. Yeah, that's perfect.
Right. To where like if I was on Conrad's end, how he can put my screen up, your screen up, whichever one that is, if I was controlling it like that, then at the same time I could sit here and mute all three of our mics because I see how that is down here.
Yep.
Huh? How'd y'all get them green screen backgrounds?
They're on there. That's no free. Free 99. They come with it.
At the on the back you see or underneath us you see the
It's
microphone, the camera, and you want to hit
the setting. It's on the settings gear. On the gear icon.
hit settings. You used to see a camera category, audio category, then virtual background, and you scroll down and you pick whichever one you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
You jumping.
Big baller shit.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Hey, I
Look.
told you, Spaz. I've been that's what I've been trying to tell you, man. And then like the thing about it, when you pay listen, you pay $25 a month, right? You can send you can make Tavio or Smiley, you can make Smiley G a collaborator, right? And you can run the background, or he can run the background, do all the studio work while you're hosting it, or you can host it and do the background while he hosts it. You know what I'm saying? Like the changing the screen, the tickers, and the news. You can do all that.
Like we be
Like,
listening to Smiley G, where my money at, and he could type in Smiley G, where my money at, and have that showing so they can know what's playing, type shit.
See what I would do is because I'm the main host, but at the
Right.
same time, I have to be the guy like you are right now, Conrad, where I'm controlling the shit.
yeah, and
Smiley G, he is not able to be a main host, but he's a good co-host. So I just need
Right.
to find another person who is at least another good co-host, like how you was, to where y'all can feed off each other, and that creates another great host. To where while I'm sitting there fucking with my mechanical shit, boom, they can be doing it.
Yeah, and even with that, what I'm saying is like if Davon was there, you could make Davon a collaborator, and Davon could do all the shit. Even Big
Do
Mike
all
could
the
do all the
mechanical
shit in the
stuff while you
background
just
while
going.
you're just sitting there like you are.
Right.
He's just doing all the talking or whatever. He doing all the screen effects, all the extra shit that you want to do mechanically.
Right.
And check this out. Watch.
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
What'd you say? Yeah, that's raw right there.
Yeah, I didn't hear what he just said.
Huh? Man. Now check this out. Another thing I would do with that. Can y'all hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What I would do with that is like say we're doing some judges shit, and I got 3 judges. I got you two and Smiley on here, and I'd
Right.
be like, all right, y'all, I want y'all to rate these songs. I'm finna mute Conrad and Ilroy. Smiley's gonna give me his, and then we're gonna go to Conrad. Boom. We go to Smiley's. Y'all two mute. He gives me an 8. Conrad gives me a 9. You give me a 7.5, but no one else knows what you scored it. You feel me? So that'd be like a good way to do that too.
That's
Incorporate
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, hell yeah. I
You can
like
they
that.
even got on here where you can add polls, surveys. You can just click it. You just click on the screen and all that shit'll pop up.
That's
I'm
fine.
telling you, about to go done. They got wheels.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Show,
Spinning wheels.
show me the wheel.
I gotta find it.
Yeah, that's hard. That's gonna jump the stream of Hellas. That Evie Musk got me one to stream.
Huh?
What? Yeah, I don't know how to spin it or nothing. Wheel up. Yeah, man. You do all kinds of shit with it. Yeah. What? Look, you can make it spin, casino, compass, nigga like that. I just push spin. Spin it again. Keep spinning, nigga. Then you slow. Then you can. Boom. Nigga, what? This is on the free. This is the free version. Yeah. Yep. Yep. All that. Everything. Yep. Yeah. You see all. You change the names right here. Is it on there? Yep. One blunt right there. Damn. Almost got it. Dang. I want a gaming chair. Hey. Yes, sir. And then you just trash it. Go back
Fine.
to your and then you go back to the dynamic scene. It even Spaz even told me that you got low FPS frame rate right now. OTB Spaz camera probably has low FPS. Yeah, tell me that. I can't even hear you, Spaz. Your
I
mic was
know
off.
my mic was muted. It's
That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? I mean, it's all
But
for
yeah,
the
no.
free 99.
But yeah, I fucks with this.
free 99 with a 99-cent waiver. All the way free.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. All kinds of scenes you can add on here. And
Yeah,
then
man.
when
You can do
Comments, countdowns.
giveaways, countdowns. If somebody
Hey,
send
man.
a video to watch. Ooh, that would be hard. Yo, brats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You can hit them with the music.
We better do it now. Get the beat going. The blunt rolling. Yeah. We tough.
Freestyle Fridays.
We still lit. This beat is tough. Yes, it is.
Skittlemania.
Oh, no, I thought it was a beat, and I'm dead. Big time. I don't like a lot.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Evie Muggs jumping. This the wave for real.
Yeah, this is it.
Definitely the wave. I fuck with it.
My live about to end, y'all.
When? At like 2 hours?
Yep.
Oh, so wait, that's
That's on the free version. Spaz, you on mute?
probably. Yeah, probably.
But
What's
all
that?
right, man. I'm about to get off here. It keep dropping its frame rates.
Oh, is it lagging or something?
Is that
Yep.
good?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yep.
Oh, microphone fucking up. It's the cord.
What was that? A nectar collector?
A nectar collector.
Whatever you was holding, it looked like you was like hitting something.
No.
No, that's that
No.
part of the green screen. But
Hey,
yeah,
my sheep's
Huh?
wool's almost at 1,000 views on Spotify.
Hey,
that song. I like that video. I like that animated video. That shit
I
cool.
need to do a lyric video.
Actually, we're gonna have to get you to do the intro too. We're gonna have to get some intros done, the intro and the outro done.
Yeah.
And then see when you set up your studio, it'll always be there. Your intro and outro will always be there.
You went to Thursday for that?
For what?
He made that on a flip phone, man.
the
What?
lyric, the
Oh
Shit
yeah,
lyric video?
fool.
I made that myself
Really?
On a flip phone.
off of this. You can't see it, but off of
Oh
this
yeah.
little crack.
Oh, hell yeah.
Off a Kyocera 360.
The Nokia. Who's calling that shit? No, I'm playing.
Get this nigga iPhone 16 and it's really over.
Man, look. Videos and all that.
Right.
I need to do a little video. I got a couple tracks I'm about to be doing. I
Shoot,
might
man,
get
I'm
to that
telling you, I
intro.
got the Logic Pro for free and the Final Cut Pro.
If I
For
had
the,
more time, if we had more time on here, I'd show you some of my new shit, little Conrad. But
Hell
we
yeah.
ain't got enough time. I got like,
Um,
hey, I got some bangers that's unreleased, for real, for real.
can you do another stream that, or will I have to set one up? Is it like 2 hours a day, or like
nah, it's just 2 hours. It only let me go 2 hours. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, 2 hours in the 2 hours.
in a
You
day?
can you get an email. It's all you gotta do down there. It's right there on invite guests.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Shit, I'll set up
Yeah,
one.
and that's too, Spaz. You ain't gotta set up the invite guests is the email. You just click it on there and send the email.
Yep.
That's it. Send straight to the person, and they hit like you did. Join the chat or
Click
join
the
the
link.
room,
Join broadcast. Easy.
and look at you, crispy.
Yeah. Nah, I gotta set one up because fucking. Actually, I'm about to set one
Huh?
up. The other what's the name? I'm gonna set up a
He
broadcast
said that.
in another tab. Actually, here, let me do this. That way you can help me out, Dad. Hold up.
I'm not finna hop back on here. I just hopped back on here because I seen y'all was on here. To be honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel it then. All right. But yeah, we definitely gotta. Yeah, we definitely gotta hear that new shit on the way. For sure.
Yeah, we hook up tomorrow. I hit y'all up tomorrow or something.
All right, yeah, definitely. I'm finna actually check this EV Muck shit out right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Bro,
man. I'm telling you, man. Because the more we do it, the better we get at it, man. You see how flawless $25 a month? Shoot. And it's 1080p for free.
Yep.
and he said, "Can you share the?" Oh, that just let me know I need to get it.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
See you, Spaz.
All right. But
Peace.
I'm out too. You calling it like that?
Yeah, I'm about to call it tonight.
Yeah, I feel that.
Just want to thank everybody for coming out, joining me and Junior for talking pros with cons.
Yes, sir. We here.
Brought to you by Beyond Bars Music Group in the studio, aka the living room. We did it, man. Today was our pilot, our test. We tried it out. It's about to end my broadcast. So I'm just gonna say thanks, say peace. We're gonna get into a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk about life, music, religion, and much more.
Yes, sir.
You got anything to say? We down in like 2 minutes.
Nah, man. Yeah, I appreciate the ones that came through. Visited us and supported us in our infantry. You know what I'm saying? And we'll holler back. We should be on tomorrow. We should be about tomorrow.
All right, y'all. This is your boy Rev Rad and Yami Sora. Talking pros with cons. Life, music, spirituality, and much more.
Have a good
Till the
night.
next time, stay easy, not sleazy or greasy, baby. Peace.